Non-viral products, by which I mean any product that does not have viral distribution built in at its core. So I'm talking about like some LLM model or a VR goggle where you can't even capture a selfie, or it's a very stupid selfie that you wouldn't actually want to share and has no authenticity. These products will.
Yo, that is tech lead. I love this guy. He's well, I mean, I don't really watch him much, but I did remember watching him many years ago. Interesting guy. Great stories about his time at working at Facebook and Google. Anyway, today, I believe it is not a beautiful day. It's very cloudy and humid. It is Wednesday, therefore it means. Oh, wait. Booyah! Wide angle lens. Is that good? Yeah, it's better. Holy shit. But it doesn't look like the real thing. This doesn't look like the real thing. It looks like an FOV, like scaling in a video game. I'll keep it as 1x actually. This is more accurate. Like it models more closely what I'm seeing on with my bare eyes. Okay, naked eyes. All right. I have to roast some coffee today because, well, because I'm running low on roasted coffee. It'll be my first attempt, just without any equipment, a raw iPhone to try to film a zero content fluff piece. If we always try to consider the economic value or whether or not it will push our, what is it called now? It's the attention economy, whether it will push our clout, then I think we become paralyzed and don't do anything. You know? The key factor here is not to be scared to find out that you are mediocre in certain aspects of life, but it's still beneficial on some level because you're able to. It is my experience that by pursuing various interests, for example, you get very good at one thing, but dabble in the others, it will enhance what you're really good at in the first place. The fancy word I think is called polymathy. I think it's true. I think being hyper-focused in one area, it has its benefits too. If you're that good, if you can outcompete everyone else, but that's very rare. Wait, where are my scissors? Constant problem I have. I have to put it on hold for now. Does it stand up? Oh, the iPhone 13 stands up. Big bonus. There it is. I guess I'm more organized there, huh? Because I have a problem losing my stuff all the time. Okay. Cool. The iPhone stands up. At least this model does. Excellent. Okay. Whoopsies. Yep. Yep. Yo, looking at the gimbals, the one that stabilize your shit, they're like $300 each. Like, I know on top of that you look like a dork because you're toting that device around, right? It doesn't look good, honestly. I would never do this in public, I think. It's a bit too weird. Like, you know, there's a video I saw about this Japanese guy who was, what? The catch title was, some guy gets assaulted. Some YouTuber gets assaulted because he's filming in Japan on a train. Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. You stand out doing that. I don't know. It's from Europe, I think. I'm not sure. It's a European accent. Maybe it's okay in Europe to do whatever the fuck you please in public. I do whatever the fuck I please in my house. And a little bit around my own property, but anyway, enough about that. Who cares about this? Show. Start the engine up again. While I look outside, reflect on things. I want to put the phone down at one point because I don't like holding this damn thing at all times. It's kind of tiring. Yeesh. Oh, that's not a good idea. Sometimes I do wonder is there even a point of doing any of this? Right? The main argument being that people are doing it better than you, right? That goes back to my original point. Forget about it and just enjoy the activity as best as you can. That's all I can ask for. Anyway, green beans. New one came from Amazon. It mathed out to about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. 1 kilogram of coffee. For me, one person. Which may sound like a lot until you consider the fact that people may spend 200, 100 yen, maybe more per day. You're basically getting to that number, and it's not that much cheaper, is it? Depends. Depends on how much coffee you drink and where you get it from. But if you're gonna brew coffee at home, this is by far the cheapest, I think. Wait for it to heat up. Oh, mosquito. Motherfucker, mosquito. Do have to clean up a bit around here and there. Anyway. Tossing the beans first, so I'll have to do it later. Now, I'm gonna put my hands down. So, or I can put my, I need a surface to hold the camera. Don't show me. Guys are gonna... Fuck it. Oh, look at that. Sudden rains, huh? It happens in Okinawa. It just rains all of a sudden for no reason. It's just bam. And then they might come and leave very quickly. Woo! That's why I don't do it on the second floor balcony. This area is roofed deep enough that even with that much torrential rainfall, I don't have to move my ass. I'm dry. Well, I'm feeling splashes of water, but it's not that bad. All right. Boom. There we go. Darcy, but look at that. Look at that rain. Look at that rain, yo. I'm stepping all the way back here. Yo. That's some fucking killer torrential rain. All right, let's calm me down. Ugh. Oh my, oh my. All right. Yeah, I technically had a very interesting point. This is a conclusion I arrived at myself, and I believe it holds true. And I wish I could tell my children this, but both my wife and my ex-wife have excommunicated me from my children. I'm guessing that much of an asshole, huh? Or just not a suitable parent. But the conclusion I've arrived at is tech skills, and I asked the AI about this, honestly, with open AI being developed, being a massive treasure trove of just general like human information, I did want to know what the weaknesses of AI are. What the weaknesses of AI are. And it cannot deal particularly with human emotion, obviously, the deep emotions we experience. It cannot deal with leadership and qualities of leadership, right? You can't imagine an AI to be like a prime minister of sorts or whatever, right? And what does a prime minister have that people want? It's charisma. So in essence, charisma or charismatic ability, or like the intangibles. For example, do you really want to watch a bunch of AI actors make a movie? Play in a movie? Not really, right? We watch movies because of the actors are very important. I'm not watching a movie that if I was entertained where there are no great actors in it. There's always great performances. And it is the subtleties and nuances that the actors deliver that is absolutely most captivating, magnetic, so to speak. It captures a human condition, soul. So, technical knowledge, editing skills, for example, will become less and less important as time goes by. Like if you are able to use Final Cut Pro very well, that skill is going to be more and more obsolete as time goes by. However, the knowledge of what makes a good edit may not be. So there may come a day where an AI could take an unedited clip and produce a very good cut of it. You give it the parameters you want, and it kind of comes out the way you want it. So if you think of the roles of a director who tells it to his editor, yo, editor, I want you to edit it this way to produce this effect, it is conceivable in my mind that an AI could do this, that could surpass at least a low-level editor, but would not be able to surpass a very talented editor. Meaning that unless you're really proficient at the skill, it's not really worth learning. However, this creates a really weird thing. If once all the good editors die off from old age, who's left to pick up the slack? So if we're going to speculate on what's going to be really useful in the future or not, I'm still very much not sure. Just that there's going to be a huge shift. It won't stay static the way it is now, obviously. And honestly, my hope is that it technically was poo-pooing on AI robotics and AI saying, oh, it's just tech throwing money at the, throwing money without profitability. I don't know about that one. Disagree. I hard disagree. First of all, AI robotics solves a problem I think is really bad. You don't have good construction workers. When I had this place built, do you know how much went into labor fucking costs and shit? Because there's not enough people. My architect was lamenting the fact there's not enough people to build houses. Even if you have the money, you're a baller, you're a swagger and everything, well, where are your slaves? Question mark. A master with no slave is no master at all. Slaves work for lower wages. They're your bitches because society thought that you were a baller and they formalized it by giving you money. Hopefully you did to earn it in some legitimate way. And now the slaves have to come work for you and build your house because guess what? You don't know how to do it yourself. Correct? No one knows how to do it themselves. No one, this even this, as shitty as it may look to some people, it is solid reinforced concrete, meaning that Japanese are not really into like outward appearances like in buildings and stuff anyway. Not really, at least. Point being that the material is still high quality though. That's the point. It's like concrete is the premium material. If you're gonna build houses in Okinawa. The most durable. Every house on this block is concrete. Even that one looks like wood, but my wife pointed out very quickly that's not wood. That's some kind of fake wood-colored something on top of the concrete wall. It is concrete. Every house on this block is concrete, obviously. Where was I? I am fascinated and very impressed by AI. I can't, I'm not really, look, a lot of times we're not liking something because it's different, honestly. I'm that way too. When my friend Charlie came to me many years ago, in 2000 and whatever, showing me the Apple iPhone and the way the UI worked, I remember shitting on it saying, yeah, no, I don't want this, because the Japanese cell phone I have right now, it types really fast, and I can type one-handed in the car and message all my lady friends that have sex. I can really basically message really fast on the fucking phone. And people were fiends for texting in Japan. They're fiends for texting. And people may forget, in the olden days, we did have a number pad. So you could really, after you get good at it, you could basically type messages without looking at your screen at all. I'm not sure if is that doable today in the iPhone? Now you have voice input, so maybe. But the fact that it had no physical keyboard, I actually shat on that fact. And what a fool I am for saying that, looking back today. First of all, without the iPhone, Steve Jobs revolution, I would not get the slaves to build this house for me. Yeah? I would not have the slaves to, not slaves, but I would not have the clout and money and social points, aka money. It's social points, really. Money's like social points, isn't it? In order to purchase this land. It is a smartphone revolution that the very thing I shat on and thought was really dumb was the very thing that eventually led me to, let's film this and focus on the jumping coffee beans. that led me to all these riches. So just saying that every time we shit on something going forward, I would be very cautious about shitting on things just because it's different. Yeah. So from my eyes, AI is huge because it's not. I don't know. I think some people don't like us at the use cases, and it has domains where it cannot excel. For instance, when I'm coding, for example, AI is fantastic. I don't know. You have to really experience to believe it. It's not going to write the whole program for you. Of course not. Get out of here. But if you are a coder already to begin with, and you will realize that majority of your time is spent figuring out why the fuck is that button not turning white? Why the fuck is that button still black despite all my best efforts? This is where AI shines. I kid you not, it shines in this department. You actually feed it the code, source code you're working with. It will look at it with you. It is like a professional Swift UI dude looking over your shoulder tirelessly, and whenever you want it to, it will tell you why something is wrong. It will even tell you maybe suggestions on how to fix your code. It will even tell you, hey buddy, maybe you should do it that way, and I have no objections. The objective with code is not to make it personal. It's not an expression of humanity in your code. The product may be, the code isn't. The code is just a way to get the shit done. And that's done. That's pretty fast. Beautiful. All right, now I'm gonna fucking get out the chaff. My lovely hair dryer. There it is. Goodbye, chaff. Chaff is better remove that shit. Yeah. Turbo mode, please. There it is. Goodbye, chaff. Goodbye, chaff. I should probably move it first and then do this, but nah. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful color, isn't it? That's how you roast coffee beans. It's so fucking easy, and you save money. And you know what? The average tastes pretty good. I think I can tell a bit of a difference, but of course a lot of psychological. At the end of the day though, whether it's psychological or not, if you think it tastes better because you roasted it, that's good enough for anybody, right? Like the old Shaquille O'Neal said, image is reality. Something like that. You shouldn't get caught up with the fact that things are images. I mean, I'm a huge believer in makeup. I even go so far to believe that if you can convince people that your face is real despite having actual surgery, I would say job well done, man. Job well done. It is, after all, what is perceived that is actual value. I actually looked at that one. I asked yesterday a question about authority. You know how some people walk into a room and they just own the fucking place? I'm like, okay, yeah, but does that authority actually have correlation with competence? And the AI gave me a good answer. They said, that depends. In the short term, most certainly. Because people don't have the time or energy to discover whether or not you're competent or not in a short time frame, right? In the long term, you'll be busted though. If you don't have the skills to actually back up your air of authority, then you will be found out and people will vilify you for that. So it's not a bad idea, right, to sometimes act authoritative even though you don't have such a no credibility for doing so. Anyway, that's just an interesting thought. All right, that's done. I forgot my container. Went back in to get it. Okay, this goes back in though. I had a bad habit of not putting the beans back. I don't want to leave them outside. That's stupid. Oof. Look, sun's back out. See? Okinawa weather. Crazy, right? 1 minute it's fucking raining like crazy, and one day it's just funny again. More woman jokes. Doesn't it remind you of a woman? Oh shit, fuck. One-handed door open. All right, back in. I gotta clean up my fucking house. Anyway, beans back in. And even when it's raining like that, it's so fucking hot outside. I don't want to stay out longer than this. This is why outdoor life in Okinawa, primarily is the beach, if you ask me. It's very cool at the beach. Body of water cools everything down. This is a shield. And it feels nice too. It's like there's a salty breeze. It's just indescribably Nice. Anyone who's been there will tell you there's something nice about the ocean you can't put your finger on. It's not just about the view. It's the overall feel of it, as in like, there's a feel of being at the beach. I mean, in Okinawa especially, you know? I mean, not to brag about this place, it's just that of all the things that this place has, the beaches in the summertime are gorgeous. They're the main attraction. It's gotta be the summertime because of the way light works. And of course, also something about the way the ocean, like the seas are very calm on the west coast during the summertime. I don't know why this is. There's probably a good explanation for that. AI will answer it. See, now it's great. Now we don't have to like act like encyclopedias. We can just defer the answer to you want to find it out? Ask ChatGPT. I mean, we used to Google that shit. But if you're doing a general knowledge query on Google, usually I think you're better off just asking ChatGPT. Anyway, there is the finished product. It's very fun, man. It's so fun to make it, you know? As long as you can live with the horrendous fact that these beans are not all equally roasted, like there's some uneven ones, right? If you're okay with this, anyone can do this. Just need this piece of shit equipment. Honestly, it's not a big deal. Everyone's got one of these at home. Okay, now it's beautiful. Look, the sun. This is what they shoot. You know when in a movie when bad guy's dead, man and woman get together, happily ever, they shoot a scene like this, right? Even lower light, morning light, rays like this. You know, like this kind of like this is new beginnings. Oh, car coming in. Don't want to film that. Privacy, privacy, privacy. Anyway, back to coffee beans. Beautiful, huh? I think it's beautiful. Still tracking there. Yep. It smells very nice. It smells very earthy. I can't describe it. It smells like it's a very nice smell. You just plant your nose in there. So just plant your nose in those coffee beans, and oh my God, it is wonderful. Yo, in the sun? Yes, they don't leave it in the sun. That's pretty stupid. That's what they do. You don't want to do. Don't leave that shit in the sun. Bring that back inside and open a door. With, like this is very hard. Cat will run away if enticed or provoked. There it is. I think nobody's gonna throw some coffee beans. There it is. Now I like to keep all my coffee beans in this cool container that I bought from I don't know where. I love it though. Look at it, right? Ugh, can't operate with one hand. I gotta keep my counter cleaner, obviously. Boom, right? Previous batch. Well, it's pretty dark roasted, huh? So I just add them in. It's supposed to, actually, you know what? It's supposed to wait 12 hours. So I'm gonna use this first to brew coffee. But then you just add them and mix them together and just keep it filled, right? Roasted coffee beans. Just quick facts, you know, they last about a month fresh. But unroasted, they last fucking a year, I think. Crazy, isn't it? Yep. All right, that's it for now.